is we're going to sit and watch. We're going to wait and see because we can't do anything else except.
I'm not going to wait and see. I mean, this guy is told us he's a retribution. He's going to do.
Clinton Jaws, subscribe. It's the only thing I care about. I know you don't care about it, but I do. Guys, when in the 90s, I'm watching The View. I think I watched the first episode of The View. I used to watch it all the time. I enjoyed it. I liked it. And then it feels like 100 years later, I watched it again last week. And I did a video about it. I couldn't believe the difference. I couldn't believe how insane every single host is on that show. And I got a kick out of it, to tell you the truth. And I watched it today. I watched it. That's what I did this morning. I watched The View. And they're crying. They're like just a bunch of crybabies. Destroying Trump. They all take their turns boo-hooing. And I'm thinking to myself, is there not one person on The View that has any sense? And then this girl pops up. Yeah, I'm going to describe her as a bombshell. I'm sorry if that offends some people, but for me, she's a bombshell. And she has sense. Take it easy. Don't turn it off. But this girl is actually intelligent. And she makes her friends look like complete idiots. She makes them look ridiculous. She makes them look small and weak. And I loved it. You got to watch this. I can't believe they're on the air. Come on, Whoopi. She looks real.
All right, have a seat. We'll start with what's going on.
I think, look, we're all 8 years older. I think a lot of us are still apoplectic that America voted against a qualified woman again and put in, you know, this racist misogynist, and they don't care. And so it's like, so it's tiring. It is exhausting. It is disappointed. I think
calls her qualified when she's an idiot. Confirmed. Confirmed. Fact. I confirmed it. And calls Trump those things with no example. Convincing my mom that it's the truth.
Is disappointed. I think this election cycle was an emotional roller coaster, right? We had
for a girl,
Joe
maybe.
Biden, the debate, 2 assassination attempts, Kamala coming in and running hard, leaving it all on the field for 107 days. And then we thought she was going to win, like we did with Hillary in 2016, and she didn't. So I think people
That's what happens when you don't go on Joe Rogan.
I think they are looking at, you know, taking care of themselves before they take care of America, right? I gotta breathe. My mental health has got to be in a good place. My physical health has got to be in a good place.
How many people, how many liberals have you heard that from? That keep on saying, I can't breathe. I need to breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
And that hurts. They thought tomorrow morning they're going to walk out with their shoulders back a little bit. Maybe able to breathe for the first time and feel like they belong someplace.
Finally, I can breathe.
They did everything that they knew how to do. And it's going to be harder than it should be tomorrow for them to hold their heads up. And they're not the only people who are hurting
down
tonight.
Tomorrow. Get a grip. To be this emotional over a election loss. Mind-blowing.
I gotta breathe. My mental health has got to be in a good place. My physical health has got to be in a good place. That doesn't mean we're going to tune out for 4 years, but it means we're going to take some bubble baths for a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I think that's true, she says.
There were a couple of articles over the weekend about how black women in particular were dealing with this, because we know that 9 out of 10 black women voted for Kamala Harris. And that
stupid.
Historically, black women are sort of the backbone of the Democratic Party, right? And so 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. So you have 92% of black women very disappointed and feeling some of the things that you are feeling. So I think people are taking a moment to take care of themselves. Self-care is really big. I think they're also reevaluating how they want to engage in this democracy. She's a friend of mine, but Latasha Brown is also the co-founder of the national voting rights group Black Voters Matter.
Black Voters Matter.
A lot of people said that Stacey Abrams was sort of the architect of Georgia going blue. It was actually Latasha Brown that was on the ground, and Stacey Abrams has admitted that. And Latasha said this weekend: America is going to have to save herself. She said, people can rely on Black women to lead change, but the next 4 years will look different. That's not a Herculean task, that's for us. We don't want that title. I have no goals to be a martyr for a nation that cares nothing about me.
They don't care about me.
And I think a lot of Black women are feeling that.
They don't even know what they're clapping about.
I feel a bit different because God's honest truth, I kind of always thought Trump would win until maybe the final days, just because it felt like Kamala Harris had this real momentum. But the signs were there. And I talked to, I have a very diverse friend group, family, like people who vote different ways. And I felt like there was a yearning in this country that people wanted Donald Trump back. And the most common thing I heard this entire election cycle was, I don't like his personality, I don't like the way he talks, but my life was better when he was in office. And I'm in this position where I feel a bit unburdened by what has been. I'm going to wait and see. He's not been sworn in yet. I'm somebody who probably agrees with 75% of his policies. If he focuses on creating jobs, on bringing down the cost of living, securing the border in a responsible way, and being tough on America's adversaries, I'm all for it. What doesn't mean we're not going to call balls.
Right there. Right there. You see that? You see those two in the middle? She's calling them out. Stop being a big baby. You guys are losers.
I'm all for it. What doesn't mean we're not going to call balls and strikes when he does things that are beyond the pale or he uses words that are offensive to people, then be ready to call that out. But I just think I'm kind of shying away from this sort of apocalyptic.
Look at that. You just got to look at this. Look at this. She takes a sip from her cup when this Alyssa girl really gets into it here. You just got to watch it. The reaction. Yeah, baby.
I'm kind of shying away from this sort of apocalyptic, it's all, we need to be like losing sleep over it. The American system of government is strong, it's held. There are checks and balances, even if my party's in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And I think we should I root for America, so I root for a smart, serious Donald Trump presidency, and I root for pushback when he doesn't do things that are smart.
I think all those things.
Even if she doesn't agree that Trump got hired, that's a smart, articulate sentence. Nobody else on that show can do it. And she made them look like idiots. And the audience was about to give her a round of applause. What does Whoopi do? She ruins it. Whoopi knows the audience is about to clap for Alyssa. So she talks over top of Alyssa, cuts her off, so the audience claps for Whoopi.
So I root for a smart, serious Donald Trump presidency, and I root for pushback when he doesn't do things that are smart.
I think all those things are great to dream about, and they're great.
I mean, we could take back for 4 years and work on red health, or we could just engage in the process.
As I've always said, you
heard that?
This process was handled without me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the things I was looking for.
Did you understand that one? This stuff is priceless. Watch Alyssa's face.
This process was handled without me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the things I was looking for, and I listen to people make fun of it, it's not about race, it's not about misogyny. It is for me.
That's because you're racist.
It is for me.
That's because you're racist.
Because that's how you see me first.
Yes, a racist.
So that's how I have to respond to you. And
with racism.
I don't think this is what you're saying. I want to be really clear. Because you know how they like to always put us, and she was mean to her.
Yes.
Like I'm doing right now.
I understand all the things you want to see him be. I understand all the things that he promised he would be, and he wasn't.
He was. Name one thing that he wasn't.
And now that he has been given carte blanche, I'm not going to waste a lot of time on what he might do.
Yeah, you will.
I'm gonna wait because I need to see what he will do so that I know what I'm going to do.
That's in many ways my point. But we can sit here and we could be apocalyptic about what he might do, but I also think there's a moment for self-reflection. I felt as unrepresented by by Biden when I would talk about, I care about the border. Why did you wait till 3 years in to do it? I care about the cost of living.
But
Why aren't you talking about it?
we've done all of that, and we're talking
the
about
most intelligent
how this,
person on the panel. Stop talking.
Respect comes to you, how it comes to me, how it comes to you. We're looking at different things. You're hearing different things that I'm hearing because you're not listening for the same things. We just aren't. And that's okay. I have a lot more understanding about what you're looking for than most people have what I'm looking for.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
we recognize. Yeah, so
king has spoken.
I think what we're all saying is we're going to sit and watch. We're going to wait and see because we can't do anything else except.
I'm not going to wait and see. I mean, this guy is told us he's a retribution. He's going to be a dictator.
What are you doing? Like,
there's nothing to be done until you know what you're fighting. It's pissing in the wind doesn't help. You just get a wet face.
Or wet shoes.
What I'm saying is I have no false expectations that at 78 he's going to all of a sudden turn into a benevolent human being. And I'm not going to spend people tune out.
5-alarm fire. I love it.
People that he was apocalyptic. I'm not going to change now because it's still the same man.
Not treating every single thing like
I think that's when we lose credibility.
Well, here's the thing.
That's when we lose credibility. I'm not going to go back on what I say because I'm going to lose credibility. Could you imagine being that person? You have to be able to change your mind. But because I said it before, according to this chick, I can't go back on it because I'm going to lose credibility? No, you just lost all your credibility. Now listen to what Whoopi says here. Because she's talking about Joy Reid. Because I did a video about it. Joy Reid came out and said, Joe Rogan is a dragon lover. It's ridiculous. What happens when you come out and you call Joe Rogan this? Whoopi's about to tell you.
You lose credibility in many different ways. If you don't know what you're talking about and you accuse him of something, then they're going to blow it back. That's why I say we need to wait and see exactly what you're going to do. Are you
what
coming
Whoopi's talking
after?
about? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I watched The View now. Alyssa, good job. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Rest of you idiots, you guys are morons. Do I want the show to go under? No, this is great content. I love it. I love it. Don't go under. I know you're taking a hit. But you're all wingbats. You're complete wingbats. You're batshit crazy.